Hey again YouTube, StickGuy187 back again. I've got another video for you. It's along a similar vein as the live fire on a budget. Stuff around the house that you can use to get a fire going. I started thinking about, well, what if you were in a situation where, say, you're in the car or you're backpacking or something like that, and you don't have a bird's nest that you can put a spark into, or you don't have paper that you can light a fire, you don't have any tissues, you're in a bad situation, or you're not a prepper, you're not a survivalist, but you're out, you're caught, you've got, say, a lighter, or you've got some matches, or you've got your torch, something like that, and you need to get a fire going. And say you have junk food with you. Well, what kind of junk food will burn? Well, I started thinking about that, and I hit my local bulk store, and I picked up a few items, tried them out. I've tried them in crushed form, because I thought that might work a little bit better for catching a spark with a ferro rod. And I've tried them in whole form. I tried them ferro rod first, then a match, Bic lighter, or Ronston in my case, and then a torch. In all cases, what I tried, the ferro rod would not light it. It doesn't get a hot enough spark, and there's not enough oil in these. That said, if you had something to crush the oil into, it might help, but you're in a dire situation in this case. So this is a few of the items. I'll go through them up close, and I'll put the description on the bottom of the video. But they're from my local bulk store, so they're not the brand name items. But there's some Cheeze Sticks, some onion ring hoops, some Hickory Sticks, actual Hickory Sticks, some corn chips, and some potato chips. And we'll go through each one of them, and I will show you if you can light them, whether or not you can light them with a match, you need a torch, or you can use your regular cigarette lighter. So let's go to that. Okay, so we're actually going to skip using the Bic lighter. Little tip when you're doing YouTube videos, make sure that everything you use, that what you have hasn't gone empty. My Bic lighter's out of fuel, and I don't have any fuel for the refillables right now. So we're going to instead just do regular old safety matches. I'm just going to use my Sea Dogs rather than Strike Anywheres, and we're going to use just a regular torch. It doesn't really matter for the Bic anyways. If you're carrying it with you, it's great. If you can light these with a match, you can light them with a Bic. If they require a torch, then a torch is what you're going to need. So we're going to start off with the Cheeze Sticks and a match. And we have fire. So yeah, I could get stage 1, like thin sticks like this, lit off of this pretty easily. It's actually quite a bright and fairly hot fire. There's got to be a lot of grease in here for this to burn, but yeah. So with a match, you can light a cheese stick. The cheese balls, little thing of water right in front of me to put them out, so I don't have them burn in front of you guys. The little cheese balls that are very similar to this also work really well. I just thought it was redundant to show you both. So, though I do have a variety of this that I'll show you in a second. So I got it lit with a match, torch. Obviously get it going that much faster. So yeah, Cheeze Sticks work just fine. What about these little hoops? Sour cream and onion hoops. So let's find out. Match, hoop. Well, I got one going. It's burning really fast. Get my fingers out of the way fast. So, yeah, okay. Sizzle. And like I said, if you can get it lit with a match, you can get it lit with a torch. But actually, I think this is slightly easier to light with a match. The torch might be too hot. Might actually char it before it burns. But there we go. Little loop, hoop, onion ring, whatever you want to call these things. They work just fine. Let's go with corn nuts. Corn chips. All this food in front of me is making me hungry. I've got chili cooking right next to me, so it's a chili day here, so we're gonna have chili. Corn chips actually also work really well to, you put them in your fire and it'll let the fire go low and slow for a long period of time. You can come back and you can blow the ember off of these into a pretty decent fire. So yeah, lit fine with the match, wisps of smoke in front of the camera. Move that a little bit closer. There we go. So if I got it to light with a match, torch shouldn't be a problem. Yeah. The thing about most junk foods, they're junk because they've got extra oils in them, right? You've got fat and you've got sugar and da-da-da-da. All of those make great fuels. If you're willing to give up, I mean, one of these little puffs is maybe, call it 25 to 30 calories. But in an emergency situation, 25 to 30 calories for a fire. The psychological boost of a fire is amazing, so I would give up 20 to 30 calories for that. It's really a no-brainer for me. So these are no-name brand Cheeze Sticks, and obviously the thickness of the particular one that you've grabbed will affect how long it burns for, how easy it is to light, but with a match, just the water's kind of turning that really black, greasy nastiness. But yeah, these are working fairly well. I mean, these are one of my guilty pleasures, these Cheeze Sticks. And there's usually a bag of these in the car, a little 80-gram bag. So, you know, a fairly hot little fire, nice and bright fire, flame coming off of this. So I can get a fire going in a survival situation using it. Okay, the slightly harder to deal with Hickory Sticks. They're just potato chips that are smaller, basically. They should light up fairly easily. Let's find out. Let's grab this nice long one. I mean, obviously the drawback with these Hickory Sticks is they're going to burn much faster because there's much less material, but you put them in a pile, get a few of them going, just like kindling, and that will go for a bit longer. So Hickory Sticks. Let's put all of these together, see how they work in a pile for the torch. So yeah, Hickory Sticks will work as an emergency fire tinder. Obviously, if you've got accelerants or anything like that that you can use in a survival situation, if it's a survival situation, siphon a little bit of gas out of your car to get a fire going. Don't leave your car in an emergency. It's a lot easier for people to find you in your car because the car is a lot more noticeable than a person. But if you must leave your car and you need to light a fire or something like that nearby, siphon gas out of your car if you've got the time. Otherwise, local tinder and stuff like that, or hey, potato chips. Okay, potato chips versus the match. These are just standard, no-name brand potato chips. I think if you get Pringles or any of the stuff that's a lot lighter in the oil, it might not light as easily. You might not get as good of a burn because it's just compressed potato rather than fried in oil. There we go. Having an issue with the torch. Potato chips is an emergency fire tinder. Junk food that'll burn. When all else fails, find something that you can use. That's the key part of this video. Your junk food will work just fine to get a nice little fire going, and you never know. So there you have it. You know, any junk food that has oil in it, you can get it lit with a match. You can obviously get it lit with a Bic lighter or a torch if you can light it with a match. Getting these lit with a ferro rod is very difficult unless your ferro rod puts out nice, hot, fat sparks. So just one thing to be aware of. You know, in most situations, if you're carrying around survival food, you might be carrying around an energy bar or some mixed nuts or anything like that. It's not a bad idea to throw in some high-fat content snacks as a just in case. You can use it for bait. You can use it, obviously, to keep yourself going. It's a morale boost for you to have something that you like around, and you can now use it to start a fire and get your morale going that way, and if necessary, you can signal for help. Obviously, one cheese puff is not going to do it. You're going to have to light a fire off of that, but cheese puff will help get you there. So that's about it. Thanks for watching, guys. You know, if you like this video, please click like. If you like these kind of videos, please subscribe. It really helps me out. And until next time, guys, I'm Stick Guy 187. Stay sharp.